in his physical transformation to do this film. Matthias is the lead actor, and I don't know if any of you have seen a Belgian thriller called Loft, but he's one of the main actors in that movie as well, and is also starring in an American remake that just finished shooting. Matthias doesn't look like that usually.
No, he doesn't.
He's not nearly that big. And I wanted to, we talked earlier about kind of the process he went through physically to prepare for this movie.
Yeah, we met in 2005, and I did a short film with him, and it was for me to be very clear that he should be the lead, because he's an amazing actor. And he's actually quite athletic, so he gained 27 kilograms for the part. So that was something, when I asked him, like, and I presented him the script and the character, he realized that he had to become bigger. So, and I started a question, but he actually stopped me. He said, "Don't worry about it. I'll get there." And then in 2 years, that was like, I don't know, 2008 or 9. Then he was on a certain level, like 10 to 12 kilograms heavier, for to be standby, to get into production and financing and stuff. And then when we knew we were going to shoot it, then we had to wait like another 7-8 months, and there he gained like 15 kilograms. And he ate every 3 hours. And so he came, that was actually funny because he came with, he always had a bag with a mixer, a blender, and then cans of tuna and stuff, and then every 3 hours, can of tuna in it, 1 liter of soya, and then some other stuff. Like a goose, you know. But he was so committed. It's like, this is like, yeah, definition of method acting, not only physical but also psychological. He was going very deep into the character. So, because for him it was not really like developing psychology, it was reducing psychology. He wanted to become like as animalistic he could be, and you could feel it, like, and also when he was walking, when he was like this 27 kilograms on top of him, when he walked, you could hear his breathing, and it's like this weight that was, and it had to be real, because otherwise nobody would believe the character and the drama, the tragedy that's actually there in his life.
No questions from the audience?
Yeah, obviously Matthias' performance is incredible, and he's going to be the focus of a lot of the talk about this film, but I was also really struck by how great the performances was from the child actors in the flashbacks. I know it can be difficult to direct children, especially when most of the really heavy emotional scenes involve children. Can you talk a little about your process directing those scenes?
Yes, actually, yeah, we started to do some auditions, and then I didn't really tell what it was about, because then parents would probably like hate the children. So I just did some, and then to be sure, when I had decided which children it were, I didn't tell the children, and I let them come back with the parents. And I just said to the children, like, you know, maybe you have the part or not, but I had decided already, but I wanted first to tell the parents. Because if you tell the children, like, you have the part, and then the parents are going to find out what it's about, and they don't want to. I don't want to be interfering in, you know, in the peace of a family. You know? So then I explained to the parents what it was about. I told them the story, and yeah, I said, you know, okay, it's not going to be in a full exposure. You know, I really explained, showed them storyboards, everything, and then I had their confidence. Yeah. And they said, okay, let's do it. So then we told the children, and they were really cool with it. They said, okay, let's play this, and I explained the whole story. No childish blah blah, just straight, like almost like adults actually. They're 12, 13. They understand what it was about. And then of course directing the scene, especially the castration scene. We went to this place where we shot it, and we played around. The DOP was doing some tests with, you know, 5D Canon, just checking out, and we were playing, the actors all together, chasing each other, playing rugby and stuff to feel comfortable. And but we never rehearsed the scene. And then when we shot, he had to run all the time, and he was getting tired of running, and he's like, So when are we finally gonna smash my balls, man? Like, soon enough, man, soon enough. Just keep running, I need those shots. Like, okay then. So that was the atmosphere actually. It was not really, I was the most stressed out because we were on time problems, and but they were just having fun. And I must say that Bruno, the actor who plays Bruno, he's an actor. I mean, he's a normal guy, but he transformed amazingly. And he was a very big help because he was playing with the children all the time and doing crazy acrobatics with them, and so they felt so comfortable with him when he was doing this very aggressive scene. And then I didn't say anything to do them. Like, it was very technical. Okay, you lay down, camera's gonna do this, you kick, and then with the first kick you just, yeah, whatever, do what you want to do. And so, you know, with the eyes, when he's like, the eyes, he just did it. It was his imagination, and I think that's the best thing to direct children, is not to tell them what to do, because they take it literally, and they lose their spontaneous interpretation of what it is in their imagination. So I never told them how, or also like the little Diederik, when he has to come up and look at his friend. I just said, you're there and your friend's here and there's a lot of blood and you see him and then you walk away. And that's it. So, and he didn't do like, oh, this. He was just watching, turning and go. And I think that's the reaction that's the most authentic you can have.
Tell this story as your first feature.
It was the first one that came up, I think. I don't know. It's it's all about the themes that. Well, I'm fascinated by destiny, and in a sense that it's not I believe in destiny, but it's more when I mean. The human being has always, life is about two forces. There's the things that come to you, and you have to try to block them or to fight them. And that's something you can't, if it's too strong, then it grabs you, you go down. But there's also another force, which is the force inside of you. I mean, sometimes we don't control what we do as well, we're trying. So it's all about control, and it's when those two forces meet, that's for me, it's where life starts to exist. I mean, that's existential moment. And so I took some time to develop this to develop this idea and to find my way of what I want to tell, what kind of stories I want to tell. And then there was my fascination for the film noir and for crime stories. And this hormone mafia thing was a very big deal in Belgium, because they killed like a veterinarian inspector 10 years ago, and so it was big in Belgium. And of course, if you want to film noir, you need first a good crime scene. And I thought, well, that's original, farmers, gangsters in one. That's quite exotic. And then I started thinking of a story and children and this whole sense of impotence and powerlessness was for me the most established when a man loses something that is actually more than a symbol, you know. It's something real. It's